They were shooting guns back and forth over the Japs were shooting, and we were firing from the rear. They're about to run me crazy. I'm daffy. Well, they decided to send me to the rear, so they did. They sent me to the rear to a military police company. Put me in command of this company. They had to do something with me. They didn't want to keep me in the hospital because I'd calmed down somewhat, and hospitals were being loaded with people dying, so they didn't have any room for me. And then they brought in 2 American sergeants to help me out. I didn't know they were military police. I had never been a military police. I had to learn. That's what I did for 2 months. Being attacked by the Japs, by the way, they should have come in and run us over. Oh, they didn't. I say we, but our troops held them off for 2 months, and then I was captured. We were ordered by our commanding general, Major General, that we should surrender. Nobody can order you to surrender, and really, I mean, that's what he did. He said if he didn't, we were going to all get murdered. He saved our lives by letting us just get out in the road there, stand in the road where we're supposed to, a point, they called it a point. So many units come in here, and the Japs came in and took us on this march, the Death March. I was not even organized. I was put on I was told to go up this road, take this road up. I stopped, and this is the first time we had anything to do with the Japs. They were putting us in, if we had trucks, they put trucks. There was a truck there, and I got in it. One of our trucks was an enlisted man driving. I got in it. Immediately, a Japanese sergeant, enlisted man, took him in the truck and him. I had to get off. Oh, it was full of American officers. There's 3 or 4 officers in that truck with me. We had to get off. They started up the road. I turned and looked, I guess. There was an ambulance over on the side of the road. Had stopped there, our ambulance, driving, no Japs in it. 2 men in front, Americans, 6 men in the back, patients. I jumped on the running board. That probably saved my life. As soon as I got on the running board, a Japanese came and took the driver of that ambulance to go somewhere else with him to drive some car for him. That left a man in the front seat and no driver. I said, "Can you drive this?" I was the captain. I said, "Can you drive this?" "Yes, sir. You're now driver and I'm commander." I just took over the ambulance. Big dog now, because I'm going to ride, 6 sick men in the back. We rode out of Bataan. I've saved my life and 6 men. If they had left nobody there to talk to these Japs and take over, like they thought I was a doctor. I took off my metallic rifle, cross rifles, took them off, just had a captain's bar. They thought I was a captain in the medical corps because I was on that ambulance. And they treated me, I got better treatment than I would have if I'd had to walk along to get beaten. People were beaten with sticks and rifles going up that road. I ain't even going to try to, if you've had that described to you, you know how bad it was going up that road. They walked them out of there. Didn't have transportation from. They walked them out of the Bataan. I picked up just immediate practice. I picked up a sergeant, American sergeant, who was out of his mind. He was unconscious, but he was still alive. Put him in the trunk of the. It didn't have a doctor on the ambulance, no medical. These two guy medicos, just corporals, one corporal and one private, they didn't know what to do with this sergeant. I saw the side of the road. The side of the road was American prisoners at a schoolyard. I thought I might find a doctor amongst these people to see what we could do with this man. So I idiotic, I got out and went up to the gate of the schoolyard, and a guard, Japanese guard, got me and put me in ranks with it. I'm a prisoner. He couldn't speak English, and I couldn't speak Japanese, so I was trying to tell him that I had an ambulance out there. All right, put me inside the compound. There's Americans lined up in there. As soon as I got standing in line with the others, a man next to me passed out, just fainted. I grabbed him, the other man grabbed him on the other side. We took him out of the ranks, and I asked Philippine Army interpreter, they had Filipino interpreter. I said, we got this man, he passed out. I've got an ambulance out there, can you put him in it? He asked the Jap, and the Jap let me put that man in the ambulance. I rode out of that place, took off. They didn't even care. They thought I was a doctor. The Japanese were stupid people. I mean, they was uneducated. They weren't just privates. They didn't know what they were doing either. Anyhow, we drove all day, practically. It seemed like it was all day, but it wasn't. Going so slow, Jap troops coming in, we're going 4 miles an hour and all that kind of stuff. I get into this town. Yeah, this town, they said, I stopped somebody, a Japanese lieutenant, I guess it was, and asked him about where we're going, where they're sending us. We're alone now, just this ambulance and 6, 8, 9 people. I asked where we were going, and he said, you're going to the railroad station, and you'll give up the ambulance. I get in this town, nobody knows where this damn railroad station. I can't speak English. I can't find anybody anyhow. Finally, they get me to a schoolyard. When we got out of the car, we were the first ones in this little schoolyard. There was this sergeant, Japanese sergeant there, and he bossed us around. He couldn't speak English, but he told us to clean ourselves up. Anyhow, we had to take care of that sick man. The man was still unconscious and was still alive. He died while we were there talking, and we had to get him buried, got him buried and everything. Then people started arriving, walkers coming. I was some of the first to get on that train, that so-called train is boxcars. Man, you don't want to hear about that. That is brutal. They put us on boxcars, it's either 100 or 120. I think 120 on the boxcar. You have a Japanese guard on top of the boxcar and one at the door. And the one inside, no, the one at the door stays on the outside. He just watches the door. He's a door watcher. This goes out the whole train. Everybody else tells me the same story. There's no air. They close it up. just a crack in the door that wide before it closes, and that's all the air we had. The Philippines is 95 and 100. They had no cool air, no such thing. And this was in the summertime. Most brutal thing in the world. There's no telling how. 2 or 3 died, I think, on the boxcar. I had nothing to do with the boxcars. Japanese. I was a senior officer on there. There's no other officer on there, in fact. Yeah, the door being that wide, you couldn't even breathe. You had to have some air to breathe somehow. So I got the guy, the guard, Japanese guard, to open it up and let our people come 1 and 2 at a time and breathe in fresh air. I let them know they're dying. I said, dying, like this. Couldn't speak Japanese. He couldn't speak English. He understood that that's what I wanted to do, and damn if that we kept them alive. We got air enough to circulate these people around now. They got them circulated around to the door to breathe, and we rode all day, and then came to the camp. Oh man, that was the most brutal thing that you've ever seen in your life, like a cattle in a car. Our troops, the war was over, and our troops, 5 people came in, 2 nurses, 3 doctors, and a driver. 6 people came in on a truck and brought medicines for us. And we got on a train and rode them to a ship. I know a guy that lost 100 pounds. He weighed nearly 300, 250, and he got down to 150, but he was skin and bones. He's a big guy, but he was skin and bones at 150. Everybody was skin and bones.
What was the first thing you had to eat?
Oh, wish you hadn't brought that up. Rice, and no rice, not even any rice to eat. They didn't give us anything on that train. Got into camp, we got a meal at dinner time in the camp, brought some rice. Had a line of half a mile long to get in with your mess kit to put your rice in. And some watery soup, nothing in the soup but some turnip greens or something like that, but that's all we had to eat. That's what we ate for probably 4 months. Let's see. We ate that soup and rice, and nothing in the soup but no meat.
And what did you get to eat when you were liberated?
Oh, after we were liberated, we had our troops were there then. Our troops had come in and took over, and we ate their food.
Were you able to eat a full meal?
Oh yeah, everybody got sick as dogs. God, I didn't throw up, but most of them threw up. My first meal was 24 chocolate bars. I ate 24 chocolate bars. I figured it'd kill me, but so what? I'd die happy. I was assigned to a boat, a ship, and I went out to my cousin's headquarters and Air Force headquarters, and talked to them, and they put me on an airplane. That morning at 2 o'clock in the morning, I flew to Honolulu. Everybody else went by boat. Well, not a few others flew, but all they had to do was ask, and they'd ship you. Most of these guys just wanted to take it easy and get back halfway decent for why they were married. See, most of them, I was married, so I didn't give a damn what I was like when I got back. I wanted to get back.
And what did you do when you got home?
Cried a lot. In Honolulu, we stopped there. That's where the planes stopped. And got off and spent the night. I spent 2 nights at the officers' quarters, and they put me on a DC-3 and sent me to San Francisco, and that's where I got on a train and went home. I'm a lucky man. Very fortunate.